Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar. Today, we are presenting webinar on Youth Entrepreneurship Mindset, organized by Applied Science and Humanities Department of Parul Polytechnic Institute, Parul University. The main agenda of this webinar is to understand the set of skills that enable people to identify and make the most of opportunities, overcome and learn from setbacks and succeed in a variety of settings. I, Vaishali Nathwani, would like to introduce today's guest speaker, Sonesh Bhardwaj from Bengaluru. She has 15 years of experience in the services industry, heading various portfolios under sales, marketing, operations, and training. Being a fine-tuned business life skill coach, she is also a global motivational speaker, director of IGYM Foundation Karnataka, keynote speaker, certified sales and soft skill leadership, behavioral trainer, life and business coach, youth mentor, and woman catalyst on various coaching platforms. She has impacted and coached more than 10 lakh individuals and corporate leaders and still continuing through her various engagements. She got awarded as the Best Outstanding Trained Graduate Teacher by IESA Bangkok, Thailand. She has also got exclusive featured on Best Celebrity Magazine Corporate Insight. She is also being awarded as Best Entrepreneurship Coach of the Year. Her areas of expertise include training on campus to corporate, induction training, business coaching, life skills, sales and marketing, team management, leadership behavioral training, call coaching process, etc. A unique leader, change maker, a truly passionate soul who believes in balancing all the spheres of life through work-life balance and transforming divine best creation human. It's a privilege to welcome you, ma'am, on this platform, and you can start with the session.
Thank you so much, Vaishali ma'am. I think I'm extremely humbled and it's honored to be on this particular platform. So I thank entire management team and everybody whosoever is here with me on this platform from Parul University for inviting me for this special engagement. So thanks once again to all of you. All right, so I think today's topic which has been chosen as a theme for students is quite interesting, and this is what I relate very powerfully my journey to, because I remember when I was a student, basically when I did my JEE course, we also had this polytechnic degree program, and then post that we get into engineering. So I completely relate to it, that how this wonderful journey has molded me today into a kind of youth, like where I really go empower people in terms of whatever best they can. So taking on to that journey. So today, let me introduce you today's theme, the theme of the topic as we call it, youth entrepreneurship mindset. Now, a lot of us at a quite young age, we all dream of that I want to do this in life. But somewhere without right support, right guidance, right mentoring, and probably the right people, things will not work out the way we want. So today I'm going to put all those pieces which is actually highly needed in order to travel this journey of entrepreneurship towards the excellence. So, sir, I request you to keep switching so that, yes, I can take it forward.
Sure.
So today I'm going to put my highlights when it comes to youth entrepreneurship mindset on a couple of areas. First is, what is mindset? Because according to me, I have understood my journey that it's not about what sort of resources we do have. The most important thing is what sort of mindset we do have. Next is entrepreneurship mindset, how mindset and behavior varies, the importance of entrepreneurship mindset, characteristics of having the right mindset, and also I'm going to take it up through our entrepreneurship society. Now, this is something new which I want to introduce here in terms of youth entrepreneurs. effective and ineffective entrepreneurship mindset. So these will be my key highlights of the session, where I really want all my youth crowd today to take it up into a deep dive sense and understand each point wise point, so that we can take it up further Q&A at the end. Next, first of all, it's very important for all of us to understand what we mean by mindset. The term looks very simple, as a combination of two things. But let's break these two terms very wonderfully and understand this analogy of mindset and connect to it up to the youth entrepreneurship. First of all, this entire word of mindset, as you all can see, it is a combination of mind plus set. Now, what this mind stands for and what the set stands for, I'm going to take it up into my next slide, where you will understand that how actually our mind works and what is the meaning of this set in terms of mindset. Now, if we talk about human mind, we all are blessed with the most, I would say, the powerful thing on this earth is called human brain. Right? What this actually mind can do for all of us. Mind gives us an ability to think and imagine. So as an entrepreneur, it's very important to think. And once you think, then only you can start imagining all those things in your mind. So basically, what I'm trying to say, before anything exists into a physical momentum, everything starts getting created in our brain. So it is so very important that my mind should have the right thoughts, because if my thoughts are not appropriate, what will happen? Eventually my imagination will not match up to it, right? And if my imagination does not match, then obviously my actions will not match to what I want to do in life. So here I want to tell you one thing. Most of the time, people plan something, end up by doing something, and the outcome would be very different. The problem is not with the process. Problem is I think something, I didn't imagine it clearly, and my actions were quite confused. That's where the outcome has get into a different sense. So if you really want to understand that this entrepreneurship journey is not a fancy tagline, it is basically really a journey where you have to streamline your thoughts, put them into the right imagination, and that's how you execute it up through the right channel of your actions. So basically, the work of our mind is to think and imagine in the right manner so that I can take it up to my next journey. Next, if I talk about a word called set, looks very simple, but look it up how unique it is. It is basically the group of things we all do in the form of actions, right? So what happens? I think something, I imagine that thought process, and eventually when I keep imagining the same thing again and again, what will happen? My entire action will take place, right? So when I'm just taking up my actions, I have to make sure my thoughts are right. I am imagining the things in the right manner, day and night. It is not a process that I just think about once and later on I'm done. It's not about that. It's something like you're manifesting something and you're imagining something, creating the right beautiful picture in your mind before you start executing into the real world. The real world, which we called it as a 3D world, right? And 5D is something where we have all sort of imagination in our mind through the right process of keeping and hooking our thought process to the right imagination, right? This is the entire concept of mind plus set. So basically, mind gives you a power to think and imagine, and set gives you the group of things, or probably I would say the series of actions which you are going to execute to make sure that your dreams turns out to be a reality. So that's the power of your mindset, guys. So make sure your mind should be strong, healthy, and it has to be continuously feeded with only right thoughts if you really want to become a strong entrepreneur. Now let's combinedly understand that what is the definition of mindset. Now a lot of people define the definition of mindset in their own successful manner, which they all are right in their own ways, because I believe we all are blessed with certain things, certain talents, and we all have that power inherited in all of us. Only the difference is certain people don't realize that power, and some people really go deep down into it and make sure things should happen the way they want their life to be molded on. And that's the major difference, right? According to me, the major difference is into action taking process. We all can dream 100 things, but I am sure all hundreds we will not turn out to be reality. Why? Because we will take actions for only few things. And always remember, where you take action, you are bound to produce your outcome in the form of successful reality. Correct? So mindset refers here a set of assumptions, methods, notations held by one or more people, and that's how you create a powerful mechanism of behavioral choices or tools. Correct? So tomorrow you, for example, you decide that you want to have a big bungalow. I want to have the best car. I want to have the best bike. Now this is something you are right now just thinking. But question comes, when you are going to have this thing in your reality. So your actions is going to decide when you want these all things to exist physically to you, right? And that's the journey of your mindset. So you think something, you imagine that whole power, and you put them into action. That's the journey of your mindset. Next, let's understand the phenomena behind it. We talk it thinking process, we talk about cognitive biasing system, we talk about a lot of mental inertia. For me, all these words in the languaging of entrepreneurship tells me only one thing. It's the change in the mindset or the paradigm where from our comfort zone we step out and we put ourselves into slightly non-comfortable zone. And when you put yourself out from that comfort zone to a non-comfortable zone, things start happening, right? Somehow we all as a human being, we only understand one thing. We want to just stick to a momentum, stick to a event, stick to people with whom we are very comfortable, because a change is always painful. Please understand. So far, you all are students, right? And you might be having your own comfort zone. You might think big things, but everything you might not turn out to be in action. But my sincere advice here to all of you, if you really want to take entrepreneurship as your journey of life, you have to put yourself from your comfort zone out to a non-comfortable zone. And that's called change. And remember one thing, change is always painful, but at the end, if this change has been done for the betterment of your life turns out to be the most wonderful, beautiful, and you really enjoy that journey, right? So that's the entire meaning of your mental change, paradigm shift. We can call all these words into our scientific terms, but eventually they all have a single meaning of putting you out from comfort zone to non-comfortable zone, right? And that's how our real journey for decision making process starts, right? Because when something you are doing which is probably not your strength, but you are learning it out in a manner that you really get into the journey of making right decisions, right? Anything and everything which we want to achieve big in life, we have to play big, guys, right? Now play big does not mean that you randomly unknowingly put yourself into some situation. Always understand, a right person, right decision making process, and at the right time leads you towards this journey of entrepreneurship. Next, Now let's understand what are the different types of mindset. A lot of people, whenever I just go and deliver my seminar, especially with the university student, they ask me how to just deal with this mindset. I always say that it's not about how to deal. It's something called are you willing to, which creates a huge difference in you. So according to the scientific studies, or probably through lot of basically I'll say the great scientists who has actually worked on extremely well in the mind theories, they come down with two simple terms that we all as a human being have two categories. First kind of mindset would be something a fixed mindset. A second type of mindset would be something called a growth mindset. So now I'm going to take you to this journey that what comes under a fixed mindset and what comes under basically a growth mindset. Now let's see that. First of all, ask yourself a question. Are you into fixed mindset or growth mindset? Now that's where a key decision you have to decide for yourself. Because we, as I mentioned earlier, we all can dream 100 things, but all 100 things we are not going to achieve in reality. The reason is we don't put right action towards it. Only very few things which you are going to put very genuine effort will turn out to be into your reality. So first thing you have to decide, do you want to move just with a fixed mindset, or you want to play big by switching yourself to a growth mindset? Now let's understand further how this whole process works. So what happens basically in a fixed mindset? Next slide, sir. In a fixed mindset, people believe that they have certain basic qualities like intelligence, talent, or they have some fixed traits. They might be having a good confidence, they might be having a good communication skills, right? So they live with these all basic qualities. They spend their time, most of the time you see them documenting only their intelligence, talent, rather than developing them. Always understand learning is a never ending process. It does not matter even you have achieved the highest degree, or even you have gone to the extreme level of your achievements, still there is always a scope of new learning. So first and the foremost thing, the major difference here which comes into a fixed mindset person and a growth mindset is basically a fixed mindset person always have certain traits with them, always they are blessed with certain basic qualities, but the I would say the biggest mess which they create here with their life is they don't work on these skill set. They never ever work. They always live with this story of their life. I always already have enough. I know I am good into this. I know I'm intelligent. I know I'm talented. But I have a question here. It's good that you are intelligent. It's good that you are talented. But what is the point if your talent, if your intelligence is not at all going to expand further, and it cannot make anybody to have the right positive move in their life? Right? It's something like you live with your certificates, but without doing any sort of improvement either in you nor to the society. Right? So please understand, fixed mindset will actually not take you to the next journey of improvement. You actually close your door here thinking that, okay, I know everything. I have all this and I need not to go further. Majorly, here people don't believe into the concept of effort. All they believe is I'm intelligent, I'm a rank holder, I have achieved so many awards in my life, so I automatically deserve certain things. I'm so sorry to say this. Without constant upgradation towards the market standards, will actually put you onto that pedestal where you really go and bag out your further achievements. It's not about what you have achieved in the past. What you have achieved in the past is something which you have to celebrate, no doubt about it. But at the same time, you have to understand, if you can achieve something in the past which you are so proud of, I think your future can be more wonderful, provided that you take this journey to the next mindset. And what is that next mindset? Let's see that. Sir, can you switch? Yes. So the next, I would rather say here how our brain actually functions. A brain is like a muscle, guys. So I'm sure we all every day morning we plan. Okay, I want to do workout. Somehow it is very trendy nowadays. Everybody want to go and hit a gym, right? And we feel like, okay, hitting a gym means I should look good, which is extremely good, right? But I relate this fundamental thing of brain also very similar to this gymming process. How every day you go to a gym or for a regular walk also, or probably jogging, whatever the fitness regime you follow in your life, I'm sure you are doing that because you want to create that momentum in your life. You want to put your life into a regular process, and you want to make sure that you are feeling healthy. But for me here, only working out on your physical body will not give you 100% satisfaction. How physically you're working it out, I believe it is equally important to work on your mental wellness as well. And how we do that? By making sure we should have the everyday mind gymming as well. Now, what is this mind gymming? You feed your brain with a lot of good thought process. Filter out your all negative process. Please understand, we all are human beings. We meet every day so many positive and negative people in and around us. So we are bound to get negative thought process. But nothing to worry about. We always have this decision making capacity of taking what we resonate with and leaving behind what does not serve anything to us in a positive manner, right? And that whole practice or action taking mode of filtering out negative thought process is basically called your mind gymming practice, right? That's how you develop your brain muscles very powerfully. And when you do this every day, just like your physical workout, you become mentally so wonderful human being. And let me tell you the beauty about it. When you mentally become very beautiful, or mentally your thoughts are very healthy, it reflects automatically on your outer beauty. So for me, somebody who can say beauty with a brain, or somebody who can say that I'm beautiful, you have to grow inside out. That's the entire journey of making an individual most beautiful human being, right? So rather than only working on your physical looks, I'll say work on your mental toughness and mental wellness, because both are equally important. There's no point of having only extremely good outer look, but mind wise you are very sick. What's the point? The real powerful combination is if by mind wise also you can be very powerful. That's the whole beauty of this. Now, this entire process of mind gymming is in our hands, guys. You all can decide today what you want to resonate with whom you want to be friend with, which sort of thought process you want to, which sort of content you want to access on YouTube, which sort of content you want to follow on social media. Today, we all have enough knowledge. Only thing is we have to decide what needs to be picked on and what needs to be left behind. And that will decide that how wonderfully you have grown into your mind journey. Next. So can you please switch?
Hemal sir.
Hemal sir, can you hear me?
Yes, madam. Yes.
Can you just switch? All right, let's see a couple of successful entrepreneurs that why they have traveled so beautifully their journey. Next slide. So here comes a major thing which we need to understand in terms of entrepreneurship. Today, I'm sure most of you might be having your inspiring legendary figures, right? We talk about Steve Jobs, we talk about Mr. Narayan Murthy, we talk about Ratan Tata, we talk about Ajim Premji. So you name it. All these people, if you take, there is something very common and there is something very unique they all have mastered with themselves. And what is that? Let me tell you, the secret is very simple. It's the mindset. Today, they being from a common man turn out to be a very uncommon man today just because they were able to do that switching into their mindset, changing the paradigm of the thought process so beautifully that today they lead the entire industry of whatever business line they are holding. Right? Now, question comes, can we do that? Well, the answer to this question is definitely yes, provided that you develop a mindset which resonates with the right ingredient of entrepreneurship. Now, here is the test. A lot of you might see a difficulty in changing this mindset. Yes, it is difficult, but let me tell you, it's not impossible. Right? So there is a scale here, 0 to 10 and 10 to 20. Growth mindset is towards your 0 to 10 scale, and then 10 to 20 when we go forward, we have a fixed mindset. Here, the beauty of the scale, can I tell you, that we all switch between these two things. Sometime your mind will become freeze on certain things. Sometime your mind will be automatically into the growing mode. So you have to take a very, very conscious decision what things to be hold on and what things to be released off. Next. Now, as I was just sharing with you that can this mindset be changed? Absolutely can be changed. But how we are going to do that? Let's see that journey as well. Now, a lot of people say, no, this is not something is possible. Mindset one developed is developed. Well, if that is the case, you may be right in your case. But according to me, any time and every time when your willingness to do something big has come into your mind, you can always do wonders. Everything depends upon the game of your mind, right? So you make a call to your own mind saying that, do you want to lead that life or you just want to live with that single word called entrepreneurship only in your dreams? Now that's the choice you all have to decide. Next. Let's understand that what is this entrepreneurship mindset? Sometimes this is just a very, very normal process of thinking, but probably thinking something which a common man probably don't take that kind of risk process. So here we deviate slightly into our thoughts. This thought process basically triggers an individual to behave into a manner that they are leading their empire. Secondly, sometimes it is also called a talent or a mentality. When you start going with that mental mindset that you start taking control of certain things, you start taking responsibility of certain things, automatically you start changing your mindset. Now, a lot of people, when you give them some sort of responsibility, you must have seen they want to just run away. If something goes wrong, they don't take responsibility. Why? Because their mindset is completely into a fixed mindset. They just want to get rid of that as any other common man. But a real entrepreneur, what he or she does, they take the full responsibility of whatever the thing is happening. But they make sure the same mistake should not be repeated again and again, because then it is a serious disaster to their business. So actually, if you ask me in a nutshell, the real journey of this mindset change happens when you start thinking slightly different and you start taking bigger responsibilities. Because when you hold yourself responsible, automatically there will be a change in your actions. And when your action changes, it means you have already started that journey of entrepreneurship. Next. Now let's see what are the different things entrepreneurship mind requires. You should have the right attitude, be able to work without supervision. Now, real entrepreneurs don't need every time, okay, do this, do this, do this. That set of instruction is not needed. And when you start feeling this is my responsibility, let me tell you, you don't need anybody to supervise you. All you need somebody, a mentor who can guide you, direct you in the right direction so that you can travel very beautifully that journey of entrepreneurship to your life. Able to self motivate. Please understand, motivation is a highly underestimated and overestimated term right now. Lot of people say that just going and talking to a lot of motivational speakers will keep us motivated. Let me tell you, every time, definitely when you go and talk to highly positive people, it has a very, very positive and high impact energy on you, which is very good. But then once these people or personalities are not in and around you, then how you are going to motivate yourself? So you have to have an internal motivation as well. So please find out that how you get internally motivated towards your goal, in a sense that you can drive your things very wonderfully. Able to make quick decisions. Don't think 1,000 times, okay, what will happen if I do this? What will happen, do this? Let me tell you, only one thing is sure. Either you will fail or you will succeed. If you fail, it's a learning experience. And if you succeed, it's a beautiful celebration. So don't hesitate in taking your decisions. Take risk, but take calculative risk. Able to handle stress, most important. Today, any job you do, anywhere you work, everything is having stress as a bonus, right? So we have to understand how to tackle with this. Open-minded and be flexible for change. Now, flexible is again a very wide term, and we all have to understand, no matter where we work, even after finishing up your degree, you will be working for some and the other organization, or some of you want to just start your own business. I'm telling you, you need to be very, very flexible. Certain things might not work the way you want, but they also work very wonderfully when you are slightly flexible in your adjustments. Focused, persistent, and be patient. Please understand, this is not an overnight process. This is also not a game of 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, or a 1 year. This is a journey. We all individual have our own fair share of ups and downs. So all we need to understand how beautifully we are going to travel this journey will decide the outcome. For me here, only one statement is, never ever give up is the one statement which defines a real entrepreneur. If you are giving up, it means then you have not understood the meaning of entrepreneurship. And if you still stick to the same word, to the same business, to the same line, despite of facing the maximum number of failures, you are really a tough hero in the journey of entrepreneurship, right? So stick to it. Next. So these are the 3 key things which actually decides our overall journey. One is attitude. Second is we need to have the right knowledge and skills in order to be a kick-ass entrepreneur in whatever business line we are going to choose on. And third, very, very important, as I mentioned, we need to be highly motivated, not always through extrinsic factors, but much more onto the intrinsic side. So here, if I talk about knowledge and skill, you need to know your functional knowledge, entrepreneurship knowledge, managerial skill knowledge, technical skills, communication skills, and IT skills. As per the line of business, whatever you are going to choose, please make sure you have to equip yourself with the right knowledge and skills. How you can do this? By attending a lot of seminars, webinars from all the experts from the industry. Today, I'm telling you, we are blessed that we have a lot of people who are from their respective industries, and you all can access their knowledge by attending their lot of webinars and seminars. This is the right way where you get updated knowledge and skills. Motivation. Definitely, we are again blessed. We have again so many expert leaders who are actually contributing to this one important section of life called motivation, right? But again, for me, it's not only about extrinsic, it's always much more towards intrinsic, right? So find out your why you want to be an entrepreneur. And I think that will keep that burning desire in you. And that's how you take this journey forward very wonderfully and passionately. Last but not the least, your attitude. The right attitude is going to decide who you will become in this journey. Will you be a failure or you will be a successful entrepreneur? Now, well, for me, there is nothing called failure. It's all about experience and learning, right? So make sure, delete this word called failure and convert this word or replace this word with learning and experiments. That's how you will stay very, very positive in and around whatever you want to and start doing with your experiments. Next. So overall, if you see, it's all about a mind game. Everything is all about it starts from simple thought process, imagining it into onto a wider angle and then execute it into the 3D world. And that's where when you are executing things, you start realizing what are your key strengths, what are your key weaknesses. So majorly I say this, we need to have the right behavior, which actually people are going to see who you are in this journey. And your mindset is something which gives you the real power of thinking in the right manner, imagining in the right way or right direction, and then your attitude again gives you a power of action. Collectively, that's how you exhibit it out to the outer world, that who you are as an individual. Next. Let's understand the importance of this entire mindset. First, as you all know, we are actually, I would say, rather we are thriving with this journey of, I would say, COVID-19. And it's been pretty long that we all know the in and out of this whole year process, right? But you know the beauty of this entire whole year or probably 1.5 year, what we are struggling with, we all have somewhere come out as a winner of understanding that life can be led into the most beautiful way of connecting everybody virtually. Correct? So it's not about things can't be worked out. I personally believe things can always be worked out, provided that our mindset has to be into the direction of solution provider, not the problem creator. Now that's the major difference into an entrepreneurship mind. An entrepreneur always think about solution creation. They are not a problem setter. They are not only a problem creator. We all are human beings. We all will get problems in our life, in our work front, in our business, whatever the line of business we are into. All we need to understand is how to fix that problem in a manner that going forward, it should not stop us in achieving something big. Next is, to succeed in the mindset, we need to be very flexible, right? Second most important thing, the beauty of this entrepreneurship mindset is it builds an entrepreneurship society. Now, as I shared in my first slide, that this is something I want to mainly focus on. Today, I think it is the high time we all need to understand that we all as a student at a quite young age, if we can pick this as our journey, I'm telling you, you will really enjoy this journey. I remember once I was out as an fresh engineering graduate, there was nothing in my mind. I was completely lost. And like any other student, even I was looking out for a job, a simple, fairly decent technical job, because being electronics and communication engineer, I was thinking, yes, I want to get my dream job. But later on, I realized that as an engineer, I can also do and make my life more wonderful and beautiful by taking up this journey of entrepreneurship and then seeing to it how wonderfully I can create an impact in the society. So today, if you ask me, I feel the decisions and the calls which I took quite early in my age is paying me off in the right fruitful manner. But let me tell you, this is not something I have achieved in overnight process. It's a beautiful journey of 15 years learning, non-stop, persistent learning, and making sure I am with the right mentors. So today, if I feel powerful, if I feel confident, and if I'm able to train somebody and change their mindset and make a creative impact or positive impact in their life, I'm always thankful to my mentors, because they are the one who brought this entire seed of entrepreneurship into my mind. right? So I personally believe we as an entrepreneur create a huge impact on society, provided that we should understand how to decide and take this journey forward. So you all are students, you are about to start your journey. So I will suggest that if you are planning to take entrepreneurship journey, please do not stop yourself. And going forward, this is going to be the future of life, because we all need to be into a kind of system where even see, today COVID has come to all of us. It's quite, there was nothing called pre-planned invitation given to anybody. Hey, COVID, I'm coming, so we get ready. It has come, it has blown away everything almost. But the beauty is we all have survived by here and there, by whatever manner you can call it today, but we all have successfully gone out of that whole phase, which was the most toughest, difficult phase. So I think right now it's high time to understand the journey of entrepreneurship, taking it forward and creating the right impact for society, where you create employment for others, not only for yourself. So this is something you should think of. This is something you should decide, channelize, and make sure that tomorrow should be beautifully crafted into a journey of impacting people, creating more jobs for people, and making sure people are happy in whatever they do in their life. Next. So I think as a society, we impact at 4 different major levels. First is we start the process by changing the mindset. So you build that culture right from young age. As a student, you all can do. For example, you have a group of 3-4 friends who are like-minded and who really want to taste this flavor of this industry called entrepreneurship, or take this journey ahead. I'm telling you, don't stop. Start changing your mindset into the right manner. Take action. Take baby steps. Baby steps also at the moment. Absolutely fine. But please make sure you should take action. Because if you are not taking action, nothing will change in life. Next is risk takers, innovative, creative people. Yes, you should be. Right? And the third thing which you do, which is very, very important at a society level, is you create capital for the society. It's nothing but you give them necessary training, you empower them, you make sure that they are physically, financially, socially, completely jam-packed in terms of making their presence felt more strongly. And finally, we develop the economy of our country to a much wider level. And when you do so, definitely we are heading towards our economic growth of the country, economic growth of the individual, and feel happy about it, that if you have contributed to even someone's life, you are the reason for somebody's successful. And I think this is a great feeling, right? Next is to encourage innovation and growth. We need to have this mindset, because if we really want to lead or compete going forward with our future challenges, we need to be highly innovative in today's world, and we have to actually touch on the point of growth. Without these two terminologies, no matter wherever you go and work, whatever sort of business you do, you will not excel. So make sure you should develop a thinking process of think out of box. Do not stick to it. This is not happening. That is not happening. Why I should? Don't complain. That attitude is a sick mental attitude. I'm telling you, there are a lot of things which will not happen even if I give you everything. Why? Because your attitude is very bad towards it. The right attitude says that if you have developed a mindset of creating a solution, you will automatically find the solution to a problem. But if you have decided, no, everything looks like a problem, yes, you are right. Everything will look like a problem to you. And then you will never ever come to a solution. So here the first difference you have to understand is you have to be highly innovative, think out of box, and think of growth. Growth to you as an individual, growth to your family, growth to your society, and eventually you're contributing a right growth to the nation. Next. Now, a lot of ineffective practices are there when it comes to entrepreneurship mindset. We should stay away from those practices. First practice could be don't care attitude. You have a very casual attitude. You don't take responsibility. You take things for granted. You keep passing the buck. This is not my job. That is not my job. Okay, why I should do this? Am I getting paid for it? These all kind of sick mental attitude problems. If you are carrying, it means you are not at all going to travel your journey of entrepreneurship. Please stay away from this sort of mindset. This is a very, very unhealthy mindset. Why should I care? Very, very careless attitude. Next. Okay, we also get into sometimes this mindset. I will wait and see what is going to happen. Let me tell you, if you are going to wait and see, this is something people are doing from ages and ages together. Till today, nothing has changed in their life, because just by waiting and seeing, nothing will change. As I mentioned, it's all about an action driven process, right? You have to take action somewhere in your life to make sure that you should touch on this beautiful journey. It's so simple, guys. Even to get a job, interviewer is not going to come down to your house to interview you. You have to mentally prepare yourself for that job. You have to prepare for right skill set for your interview, and that's how you have to go and give your interview at the respective campus. And once the HR say yes, you are through, you have a level after level. If you cross all those levels, then only you will be appointed in the company. So the process is well defined. Correct? So please understand, wait and see is not the formula which you should actually implement at anywhere in any point of your life. Non-punctuality, subsidy mentality, ask more and give less. This is again going to make you very, very miser, guys. Don't be into this mindset, because this is highly ineffective, unhealthy, not only for your business life, but even for your personal life. Next. Now, how we can develop this mindset? It's I won't say it is easy. I rather will not say it is impossible. I personally feel it is 100% possible, provided that you should have a willingness to do this. Understand what motivates you. This is what something I was talking as a student. You should know why you want to be an entrepreneur in your life. So please find out your strong why. Once you define that why, I'm telling you, nothing can stop you to touch on this journey. And this why has to be constantly having a burning desire. Then you can take this journey in and out. Know what you love. Challenge yourself, right? Don't stop your own growth. Don't stop your potential. Sometimes we don't realize in this process that how powerfully we can go and play in terms of getting a higher outcomes. So don't stop. Constantly keep putting yourself into right challenges. Reversal thinking. This is a very important concept, guys. People, today we are into the mindset. We actually live into this mindset. I will see what will happen to that guy, then I will decide. If you have that thought process, you will only waste your time. That guy is having their journey, you have your own journey. Today you carry a unique set of qualities in you. Please work on your qualities. Don't get into this rat race. Okay, my neighbor is having this, I will also do this. No, then you're not doing justice with your own qualities. A real entrepreneur actually thinks like a reversal thinking. Everybody's running into one direction. What best I can create by thinking slightly out of box. That's called reverse thinking. Change your habit. Always believe that you can, and break away from norms. This is what something I'm talking about. If something you feel is not healthy for your betterment, for your growth, and for the growth of society into a positive direction, please don't follow it. Condition apply. If it is not making any positive impact in anyone's life, make sure you should not hurt people just because of your personal benefit. That's again not called entrepreneurship mindset. That's called only a self-centered mindset. That will not take you long into this journey of entrepreneurship. Next. On all put together, if I just summarize it, that what we as an entrepreneurs must do and what we are willing to do is basically to take higher level of risk, develop a thought process which can actually lead a more powerful life, making sure apart from you as creating a job for yourself, you also create an opportunity for a lot of other people in and around you. And that's where you make the economy of the nation or country very powerful. And that's how more number of entrepreneurs coming down from a single country can always enrich the entire nation's economy to a wider platform. And at a global market, you see a huge jump. And I think today we all are blessed if we can have and we can work on one simple thought process called mindset. So look at the power of mindset. Everything can be changed provided that if we can really work into the positive direction of mindset. Next. So on a conclusion side, I want to tell you there are 4 categories of people which we broadly define. First type is the people who always make things happen. Does not matter what sort of tough situation they are going through, they are bound to create results. And let me tell you, these results which they create, again, are very strong, powerful, positive, not for themselves, but even for the society. So I think they do justice as an entrepreneur. Second type of people are those who see only things happening. They wait and see. What will happen to this guy? See, I told you, this will not work. So they always have that mindset of giving you only dialogues, which would be most of the time a sarcastic dialogues. Third, wonder what happened. Now, these are the category of people, they just sit quietly, observe quietly, and they will not even give any reaction. But the moment things fall down for you, they will always put their reaction on. Last but not the least, do not know what happened. Now, this is a crazy type of people who actually are in their own world. Even in their own world, they don't know what is happening to their world. So I will suggest here, please pick first category. And even if you are in any one of the last 3 categories, there is no harm right now. Switch your mindset. Just by switching your mindset, you can always come down to first category. And that's where you can create a huge impact in your life first, and eventually as in the life of the entire society as a whole. So I think this is a choice. This you all can take it. Everything is in your hand. Right now, just you have to decide the right mindset. And that gives you a complete fruitful result towards your entrepreneurship journey. So I think with this, I end up with my today's theme. And I'm sure that you all as a youth got some very important valid points. Now I'll initiate. If you have any question, please feel free. I'll be more than happy to answer.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am, for your beautiful
Thank you
session.
so much, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I have one question here.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, how creative ideas can be validated?
So first of all, what is the definition of creative idea for you? That has to be defined in your mind. Now, today I meet like a lot of young startup owners who have come down with a very, very weird idea in my ways. Okay. But it was so creative for them. They took it very passionately and they were so result oriented people that they come out with a very strong model to that whole creative idea. So for me, creative idea is like this. If your creative idea is not giving you any positive outcome in terms of results, then you have to do certain changes to it. Right? And this is the best way to validate whether you have your idea is really creative or not. I hope I have answered your question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I've got a question.
Please.
Yes, ma'am. There are some of my friends, they have got some very good ideas about the startup, but they are too scared to execute it just because they are an introvert person.
True,
so my question is that how can you overcome that introvertness?
So your name is Kush?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Kush, the right mindset here will play a wonders. So first of all, they have to change this thought process. See, being introvert is not a crime. Let me tell you, a lot of entrepreneurs are introvert, but they are introvert in certain areas. But when it comes to right action execution process, they have to take that step. And for that, somewhere I feel if you are in that group and you have slightly flexible and open mindedness towards executing, and if you guys are really passionate to make something big, you have to take action. So I think this whole mindset of their introvert thing, you can change if you are really open about it. So it's about a friend helping other friends. Because today you might have your key skill strength, right? The other person might not have. So don't feel that, okay, as you don't have the same strength, how can you be our business partner? right? So I think the real way is you can compliment your friend by making and I would say empowering them on some of their weaknesses. Right, Kush? So if you feel that you're so desperate and you really feel the idea is amazing, please go ahead. Put that seed in their head that yes, we are going to execute it. What will happen, outcome, we will see later to it.
Sure, man. Thank you so much.
All right. Next.
If any questions? Yashvi, Tejas, Man, and Kush. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, there is one more question that I wanted to ask. See, ma'am,
Please, Kush. Yes.
talking about startup, it's not a thing like a job that you will succeed in like 2 to 3 years. It's something that you have to achieve it over the years. So it takes up to like 5 to 6 years to establish a successful startup or a business, you can say. So I want to talk about consistency here. So how can we be that consistent to overcome the flaws that come through in the procedure?
Right. So, Kush, let me tell you, as a startup owners, we all go through a journey of facing constant failures. Okay. Let me tell you, the journey is not going to be that easy and smooth. If that was the case, then everybody could have turned out to be a successful entrepreneur. So, first of all, keep a very, very open mind towards your journey of entrepreneurship. Be very optimistic when it comes to executing your certain ideas, and on everyday basis I will suggest keep the right guidance of right business mentors. That is what is going to constantly help you and give you that sort of motivation which can drive towards that journey of your good 5 to 6 years to make sure that your startup is well established and you really have a better decision making capabilities. So this is something which you have to start doing right from I would say, at a quite young age of your business, right? A lot of people, what mistake they do, they never ever take guidance and help from special mentors because they feel this is a very expensive process. Let me tell you, the most expensive process would be you keep on wasting your time, you keep on investing your money on trying something which is not giving you right fruitful results. So I personally believe going and taking the right guidance from experts and getting constant, as you mentioned a very right word, consistency and constant drive towards your business idea can only make you be successful in that journey.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
And I have got one more question here.
Yes, man.
For you, what is your greatest fear, and how do you manage that fear?
Greatest fear of what, man? What sort of fear are you talking about?
About like a successful, whether I will be successful in this field or not.
So let me tell you, this word successful is very magical and we all have our own definition to that success. Couple of people, for them, success is all about having a name and fame. Okay, they want to be constantly into the limelight. That's called success for them. Couple of people, success is defined as building a successful model where there is a constant revenue coming. Equally, they are actually providing a lot of job opportunities to society, right? This is called success to them. So it purely depends upon that what is your definition of success, which will actually help you to embark this journey very wonderfully. Right now, a lot of people, if you ask me about startups, the first fear comes into their mind: what people will speak if I fail? Yes, and I'm sure you will agree to this point.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? And especially if we are students and we all come from a middle class family and we have taken a heavy loan to just start and execute some idea and we miserably fail, then whole life you have to get into this entire dialogue from your relatives. Dekha, pehle bola tha na? सुनते ही नहीं है. Yes or no? These all are the constant dialogues we get.
Right, ma'am.
Right? So don't worry. These are all part of the journey, Hitesh, because I personally believe when even your parents are giving you this kind of dialogues, please understand from an angle, they are not your haters. They don't want something wrong should go. They have always seen a very safe life and they have created that safe life around us as kids, right? All they want to see us is very, very successful. They don't want to see us into pain. And they come from that corner actually as parents, as relatives, whosoever is your loved and dear ones, right? And let me tell you, this journey becomes very alone when everybody is against you. You have a major responsibility of proving yourself. How I'm going to prove myself right? So my mantra here is, you need not to prove to anybody. You make sure you are constantly putting your head into your thought, action, heart and soul of whatever you believe. First, stand for yourself. I personally believe you as an individual has to be mentally and physically very strong in taking your decisions first for yourself. Because if you're not feeling happy, you cannot make others happy. Right? So first, understand, are you happy by whatever the constant actions or whatever the constant process you are taking in your business? If the answer is no, then there is some things needs to be changed. So please make sure do certain changes, and once you do changes, you will see a whole new journey towards your business. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, one more question here. Is there any
Yes,
right
Kush.
age to start your startup? Because eventually, if you are a younger person, you also have to look into your education as well.
Yes.
So how can we manage the time here?
So I will say you, Kush, here. See, for me, when I was into engineering, we never have this thought process of getting into business. Okay. So I wish right now I can go back to my engineering journey and I can start something along with my engineering, right? So I think today we all need to understand we have relevant resources. We have valid platforms. All we need to slightly structure our thoughts. तो जो ग्राउंड लेवल का काम होता है, द स्लाइटली द बैकग्राउंड वर्क विच नीड्स टू बी डन टू मेक योर फाउंडेशन वेरी स्ट्रांग एज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर, आई थिंक दैट यू कैन स्टार्ट राइट फ्रॉम अ वेरी यंग एज ऑफ योर स्टडी. So you need not to stop your studies. I will never suggest that you stop your studies and only just focus on that. No, parallelly build that if possible. Or otherwise, you take that journey once you're done with your education and then you start taking, because there has to be constant focus required towards it. Right? So journey of entrepreneurship, learning is a parallel process. Till today, I go and get myself trained under all the big, names. The reason is I personally feel it's not about enough for me. Because we deal on daily basis with so many things, so many different brains, so many genius brains. So we need to have a different ideology. Correct? So there is no need that you stop your education and you cannot build your business base. I think you can fairly do that, provided that you have to be slightly more focused rather than wasting your time here and there in gossiping. Probably see to it how you can use that entire timing in putting at least 1 or 2 hours extra in your business, because that will give you a very strong foundation for whatever you are looking out into your future. So that could be the right approach here, Kush.
Thank you so much. Got it.
Yeah.
Ma'am, what are the challenges that are faced by entrepreneurs?
There are a lot of challenges. First challenge could be that you are financially completely down. I mean, you don't have the finances. The first major challenge, right? Second challenge, you don't have the right partners to start on your business. Third thing, you don't have the right validated idea, or you don't know where this idea will take you, right? Fourth biggest fear people have of a fear of failure, because they are so skeptical towards this word. Oh my God, what if I fail? Because so far they have only seen successful entrepreneurs, but they have never seen the journey behind that success, right? Last but not the least, the biggest, I would say, stepping stone towards their failure is actually they want overnight success. So they don't have patience. If you don't have patience, if you don't take constant action, I'm so sorry, you are bound to fail. Right? So if you are getting into this mindset, okay, people are earning online so much in a overnight, I'm telling you, don't get into all those traps. Read the process, read the business model accurately. If you really want to build something very concrete, something very strong for your future, you have to work hard. And work hard, a lot of people replace it with smart work. Let me tell you, the real equation is hard work plus smart work gives you success. It's not about hard work or smart work. Right? It's an and process.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, I think we have ended with question answer session, ma'am.
All right, Vaishali ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us your valuable time.
Pleasure is all mine, Vaishali. And once again, I'm very thankful to all of you.
Yes, I would like to thank Mr. Hemal Patel, sir, the HOD of our department, the HOD of our institute, Professor Jatin Vaidya, sir, the academic director, Dr. Mahesh Bhatt, sir, and the president of our university, Dr. Devanshu Patel, sir, for motivating and supporting us continuously. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the participants who have assembled here today for this beautiful webinar. Thank you, Man, Kush, Yashvi, and Tejas for joining this beautiful webinar. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you once again from my side. I think the interaction was lovely and it was so wonderful to be on this platform. And my special thanks to Himal sir for inviting me for this wonderful opportunity, and Vishali ma'am for giving a wonderful thank you and welcome speech. Thank you, everyone. God bless all of you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.